So what are the things that you can do to prevent injury during the ski season? Here I am with Jon Van Roo, and we're going to talk about the best exercises that you can do to keep in shape during the ski season of 2022. And I'm Christy Morrison, your Tahoe Truckee real estate expert. So Jon, how long have you had the studio here? This is amazing.
Oh man, we opened this, we've been running for about 4 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, time flies.
I know, totally. And we were able to do, we had some amazing partners.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are one of them.
Yes.
And we were able to build this awesome build out it's a dream fitness facility. So we come in here, group fitness is the focus. You get an instructor in every class. That way we can maximize safety and lower injury potential. Also make sure you're just really getting the results you're looking for.
Right. So tell us a little bit about what you have here in the studio. You would never know looking from the outside how much is in here. So tell us a little bit about the different rooms and what you have available.
So this is our Group X studio. It's about 900 square feet. We can fit roughly about 25 to 30 people in here. We do all of our strength training classes in here. So we'll see one of our featured classes is body pump. It's a lightweight, high repetition strength training class. What we come to find, especially with athletes in this area, is most people want more of a sculpted, toned body rather than bulking up. Not that we can't bulk you.
Right, yeah.
But so that's a really conducive class to that, because when we focus on the repetitions with a lighter weight, it tends to just shred and lean those muscles out. So that's one way that you can really build a lot of cardio and strength at the same time. We tend to find for really high endurance athletes, especially skiers, mountain bikers, people who really thrive in this area, they tend to go for that lean body style, marathon runners, that kind of deal.
Yes, exactly. Nice. So
we offer yoga, we offer Pilates for more of that mind-body aspect, just trying to keep the core engagement. That's one thing, back to your original question. I think when we really start to look at the muscles that athletes are going to need for skiing, we kind of look at what we call the trunk, right? So the trunk is going to be from the top of the shoulder to the top of the knee, right?
Yeah.
And then we focus on the transverse abdominis as the main firing mechanism for that. So we find with most people, if we're strong and healthy through our core, that's going to tend to resonate throughout our entire body, right? Take the pressure off the low back, easier on shoveling, more easy to direct that kind of explosive energy you want to use for a sport like skiing into the legs when everything's driven from the core rather than, trying to reach from the back or muscle through the upper body.
Right, yeah. So what classes would you recommend for people that are really trying to strengthen their core?
Yep, body pump is going to be an amazing one.
Yeah.
We offer a straight core class called Core 45.
Oh wow,
so
45 minutes of core. Ooh.
Yeah, and you're not just doing crunches the whole time, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So it's a really interesting, expansive class. With those classes and any of the real Les Mills classes that we offer, we're a Les Mills partner, usually see the class broken down into musical tracks, right? So it'll be about 7-8 minutes where we're focused on a specific part of the body, say the core, or the glutes, quads, whatever that might be, and then we'll move on to the next track, right?
Right.
So you kind of just burn through one muscle group and then move right on to the next opposing muscle group that's going to help support that.
And so, what do you think, we have, let's say that you didn't really do the best conditioning and now we're in ski season.
It just happened.
Right? So, what do you recommend is the balance between actually, going out and skiing and also, conditioning your body? Because, a lot of people get injured, right away.
Totally. And, that's a good question. We typically recommend, 3 to 4 visits a week here to supplement whatever you're doing out there.
Oh,
right?
got it.
Now, in those 3 to 4 visits, you really want to try to mix and match, and it kind of depends on your age and where you're at in your physical conditioning. But let's say you're a little behind the ball, then we would recommend 2 strength classes, 1 cardio class, and then some kind of mind body like a yoga or perhaps a Pilates class.
And for me, I'm addicted to my Peloton, right? Especially in COVID, we got shut down, and so that thing has been huge for me. So tell us about your Les Mills cycling facility here.
Yeah, so we offer a program called The Trip, and it's a fully immersive fitness studio that we have. So we have a 32-foot wide by 10-foot tall 3-dimensional movie theater screen in there. And it's described as immersive fitness. The best way it's been explained to me is you think you're watching a movie, but you are in the movie, right?
Yeah.
So there is things that are happening in there where we're going to different dimensions, different times, different worlds. Sometimes it'll create a world as you go and you're running missions, and it'll deconstruct that world as you come down. You think of it, you can go there. Wow. It is such an amazing visual experience, but it's an interesting program. They came to do a bunch of studies on it, and they had 2 groups, right? So they had a control group that was running with just the music and just the workout and the instructor, and they had another one running with the screen and the full experience.
Yes.
And they come to find out through their research that with the screen they actually worked harder, and what they found is that and they had a higher satisfaction rate. They were getting results more quickly, and what they found is that screen is such a distraction, pulling you in to the visual experience that you actually don't realize how hard you're working.
Right.
It's just an incredible experience. If nothing else, you got to come try it just to see the experience.
Oh yes, I can't wait. I'm super excited.
Awesome.
Excellent. So what I'm hearing you say, to keep in shape and to kind of, even if you're a little bit behind the ball, like don't worry, like 4 classes a week will pretty much do it. Balance it out between the different classes that probably work within your schedule, and you guys are here to support the community and everything. And I think that's another thing I wanted to point out with you guys too, is like, I love the community aspect that you guys build with your gym here. I'm always getting emails on like, hey, we have these get-togethers and this is happening and that's happening. And I've had lots of my employees and friends be a part of this gym. And it's not just like a part of a gym, but it's like a part of a community.
Exactly. Correct.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's something my wife Holly, the other owner, and I work really hard on. We want you to feel like when you come to Tahoe Mountain Fitness, this is like coming home to you. This isn't like, you come into a gym, we just hand you a towel and be like, enjoy your workout. We know who you are, we know who your family is, we know what your injuries are, we know what your fitness goals are, right? And that's really important to us, because once we understand the motivation and the drive, we can more quickly attune you to get to those goals, right? And we've been really blessed, to have some clients that have been with us for over 10 years.
Wow.
And it's just amazing. Exactly right. It's a community, and it's just like these people essentially become like family to you, right? So it's like, it's a really special thing to watch, because there's a lot of times where you see these interactions where people only know each other through this facility, right?
Right, yeah.
They interact, they interchange through there, and they develop some amazing lifelong friendships. And it's just been really incredible to be a part of that.
Yes.
Myself included, right? Some of these people are just like, it's like my family.
Yeah,
we
that's
love
so
that.
great.
So, don't be afraid to come to Tahoe Mountain Fitness and join our family. We'd love to have you, and we got plenty of room for you as well. So.
Great. All right, Jon. Well, thank you so much for your interview. His contact information is below, and we'll have the address of the studio